What's good? What's good? Curtis, Dwayne Bryant, Ty J, Anime, is that Mika or Micah? Martin, Lawrence. Can y'all hear me? You can't hear me? Why can't you hear me? You can hear me? How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Yes, 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 y'all. Christian, what's up? Mojo in the house, ready for cooking. I'm great. I don't know if I'm gonna cook. I'm tired of cooking, man. You trying to figure out how to quit your job? I can tell you the easiest way. Frederick, you want me to teach you the easiest way to quit your job? It ain't hard at all. Just quit. Just you ain't gotta try. Just show up and say I quit. Or don't show up. It's the same thing. If you're gonna quit, you might as well not even show up. Just wait for your last check and be like, fuck off. Now, what you do after that, that's a different story. Quitting part is easy. How you survive after quitting, I don't know if I can help you with that. Give me some time. With time, I can help you with that. So you might want to postpone that. You know what I'm saying? Let's give these folks a little bit of time. But are you guys ready for next week? Are you prepared for next week? While we wait, what did you quit? Renee was really good. Trey, how was your birthday? Trey Styles, Trey Songs. How was your birthday? Did you have a good birthday? You quit last year, so you don't work, or did you go back? Did you find another job? Oh, no email. No.
Yeah, I quit. I don't look for no more job. I'm the job.
Wait, you quit your job and you haven't gone back?
I don't plan on going back.
You quit last year?
Yeah,
So how have you been surviving?
doing me.
What is doing you?
I have a home services.
Oh, okay. So you started a business.
Yes, I've been starting a business while I was working.
Okay, that's smart. That was gonna be my next question. I was gonna ask, did you have the business already or did you start after you quit?
I
Well,
started the business during the COVID,
oh, okay.
and I was still working
Okay. So
until
the
until I found the courage, and I was tired of the BS that was going on at work, and I decided that day that's it. That was my day.
oh, okay.
My wife called me crazy. She said I was crazy for doing that.
Did you wait until the business was making about the same as your job was bringing in, or
Nope.
it
Wait.
was it was
Time
making
don't
less?
wait for no man.
So the business was making less?
It's not more about the business. It's about more about finding the time to spend and be there for my son. That was my main goal.
Okay. So when you quit the job, you put more time in the business and it made up for.
I'm balancing with stay home, be there for my son, and doing the business on the side.
Okay. Well, that's dope.
But it's scary now. It is scary. It's not for everybody. You know why people stay on the job? Because they're comfortable. They're
For sure.
scared.
For sure.
And I was scared for a long time. I was scared until I found courage and I talked to my wife about it and make her understand why. She saw why, because I was gonna go crazy with this job. It was too stressful.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, that's good. Congratulations on that big move. It's a big move that a lot of people can't make. So does your wife work? Someone that
Yeah, she's she's the income.
oh, she works for the business too, or she got a job?
No. So what I did, I put my wife in college. She was working on her degree. I was supporting the. My wife didn't work for like 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I was supporting her with the baby, supporting everything until she get her degree.
Oh, that's what's up. That's fine.
But
Usually,
it was nice to have the two income, but I was sacrificing a lot to have the two income.
what was she doing? What was she do? A nurse or a doctor or something?
My wife or me?
A wife.
Yeah, she's a nurse now.
Okay, so she was a nurse. All right, that's dope. You invest in each other, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Was it you that celebrated the birthday, or did I get that wrong?
No, that's me. I don't celebrate birthday, man.
Oh, so you
Only
didn't.
birthday I celebrate is my son and my wife's birthday. My birthday is just another day for me.
Okay, so you weren't born. Only your wife and the son. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm the same. I'm the same way.
People don't understand. You were born only one day.
That's true.
The day you were born, that's it. You gonna get reborn again.
You ain't born again. That's a fact.
You just get older every year. That's another year added to whatever you wear. You become a year older. That's it.
That's
It's
it.
not a new birthday.
It's not. Listen, we on the same wave. Tell these other folks we on the same wave.
Nah,
It ain't your birthday. It's
nah.
somebody else's birthday who was born that day, that year. So, but let them tell it.
You have to understand. A lot of us still inside that box. Until you pick yourself out of this box and see what's going on with the world, how they turn everything. It's a marketing thing. They turn your birthday to marketing. Every holiday is a marketing thing. They want you to come spend that money.
That's a fact. Joe Gay said we celebrate your birthday. Block. Yeah, that's a fact. So long as if I get sats, I'm gonna celebrate my birthday every day. Every day will be my birthday if I get Bitcoin.
Every day you wake up is a blessing. God bless you with another day, so it is your birthday.
That is a fact. Okay, so this week, everybody, what did you learn? Anybody? Let's go. What did you learn about your trading journey? What are you gonna do different moving forward? Did you attend any of the boot camp or the 515 or the orientation? If it impacted you in any way, if it changed your perspective, if it inspired you, what are you gonna do moving forward? What did you pick up? Doesn't have to be anything big, but you should have picked up something. So, anyone? What do you pick up? What are you doing different? What are you changing moving forward? I'm responsible for my own destiny. I think and follow the rules. B Knox says selling my kids to buy Bitcoin. I'm with that. 515 strategy behind the blind entry, mother candle, pin bar, never fails. Learn. Did anybody back test? Managing my trades, Confluence. Jill Gates says 515 only need to be as smart as the caveman to do it. That's it. If the caveman could do it, you all can do it because y'all way smarter than the caveman. 515 will change my life for me. It reinforced everything that is in the price action course. Okay, everybody else, we got 67 people. Yes, I attended the 515. It definitely opened my eyes on how this was sitting in my face. Pause. And people have been teaching around it and not teaching on it. Pause. 515, the simplicity of price action. That's a fact. Support is not a fixed number. That is a fact. It's a zone. Support is a zone. Anybody else? What did you learn? It doesn't have to be price action. It could be about Bitcoin. It could be you sold some stuff. It could be you did a budgeting plan. It could be what you planning to do later, cutting back, getting a side gig. Come on. You think I'm just gonna sit here and just talk about charts? We have to reflect and make sure whatever we learn, we apply it. Trading is my job. Bitcoin is the future. That's a fact. I love that, Cheryl. See, that's the mission. That's the mission. Let's not forget that. We are not like any other group, right? Just here posting screenshots. We are the mission. Am I sharing the Discord? Over trading. Trading is my side gig. Shit. Yes, we see the Discord. Okay, so we're gonna go through a few things to catch up. Um, if you missed the any of the live stuff, all the replays have been posted. I don't have the newsroom. You don't have the new rooms in Discord. I don't know what you're trying to say. I learned I have 68 days to freedom. That's a fact. Yes. I'm new here, but I stacked my. Let's go. Shout out to Mojo, man. Y'all shout out to Mojo. Mojo, that's Mojo's birthday. The first day, this is her birthday week that she stacked her first Bitcoin. I learned that I'm not ready for day trade swing. day trade. Swing because of peasant money I have currently. A day trade will wipe you out clean. That is a fact. Mojo's birthday is 7/17. Salute to all the cancers out there. 7/17, 7/17, right around the corner. All right. So let's take it all the way from the top. Let's get caught up with what we got going on, right? And then we'll look at some charts and shit. And then what you doing for your birthday? Mojo, what you doing for your birthday? Hey, who's writing on my screen? Strip club? We ain't doing no strip club in a bear market. My birthday is you're having a pool party. Okay. Um, anyway, this was 7/10. We have 70 days. All right. Um, Fridays, we have psychology Fridays. A few people showed up. I think Mojo was there. A few people was there. We talked about it was Nigel, but I got in there and I hijacked it for a few minutes. But every Friday he does psychology Friday. We talk about Bitcoin and Forex and shit like that. Um, GB block. I'm the one in Japan. I have to jump off the meeting, but if you are still on after the meeting concludes, I'll jump back on. I wanted to ensure that I asked a question so that I could be on the recording for all your swing trades and leaps. What time frame do you typically focus on, and how are you coming up with the signals? Are you focused on the same structure you taught for the 515 strategy, just on higher time frames? No. So for swing trades, I start from, it depends. Sometimes I will look from 6 months down, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 2 weeks, right? And then I'll go through 5 days, 8-day candles. So the concept is still the same, break and retest, but for swing trades, I'm looking past that. I'm looking past just the 515, right? But it's still the same concept, right? It's still a break and retest. It's still pin bars. It's still bullish engulfing bars at support, or bearish engulfing bars at resistance for pullback. But me personally, I focus on calls. So I don't worry too much about bearish engulfings. If I'm looking at a bearish engulfing or a bearish pin bar, I'm looking at it to get out of my call. I don't look at it to get into a put, because I personally don't like puts. But that doesn't mean you should do the same thing. It's personal, right? So that's why I'm stressing on the personal. It's not a price action thing. It's just a personal thing. So yeah, so to answer your questions, on the higher time frame, it's a similar concept, but I look past that. Nico said he lost 40K on a put in a day. Yeah, that was your Tesla joint, right? So yeah, so on Fridays we do psychology. Fridays, Nigel does it. A lot of people don't know we do Forex on here. We are so focused on options that people think that's all we do. We do options, we do Forex, we do crypto, right? With the same with the same degree of accuracy. So it's not like, oh, you're good at options, but you're going to struggle with Forex. We actually started with Forex. So Forex is the foundation. And like Nigel highlighted the other day, for the Forex market is about 7-8 times bigger than the stock market. Definitely way bigger than the crypto market. The Forex market trades about $9 trillion on a daily basis. The stock market is doing about 800 billion, maybe $1 trillion, right? And we are talking on a daily basis. So don't get it twisted, right? The Forex market is king. So, yeah, so we do that. Psychology Fridays. This was yesterday. We had 69 days to change your life, right? 6-9. Tomorrow, today, today I didn't put a picture next to it. Can anybody guess why I didn't do it today? Because, well, you're not going to guess it right. But how many days would it be tomorrow? Can anybody guess what picture or what meme I'm going to use for tomorrow? I ran out of ideas. 6-7. You get it? 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. You know what I'm saying? So I meant like today, there wasn't anything significant like 68 days. I was like, man, let me skip that so that I can do 6-7, you know? And in 67 days, if you don't bust a move, all you're going to be doing is 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. You ain't going to have no money. You ain't going to have $6 or $7 or $67, right? Or $670. You already know that's going to be, the song to go with it, right? So yesterday, Satoshi Saturday. So you know what goes on. We stack sats because that's what we do. That's the foundation. We trade to stack sats. We're not just trading to trade. We're not just trading to post screenshots. We're not trading to be popular. We're not trading to be liked. We're not trading for people to look at us and be like, oh, you so smart or you intelligent. No, we're trading to buy freedom. And the best way to buy freedom is to stack sats, right? We did the 515 strategy. When I was done, I was like, how was the 3-hour strategy session? You know, this was a rhetorical question, right? I hope you know that. When I was asking how was the 3-hour strategy, I already know the shit was dope. This is just me being like, oh, how was it? Even if you didn't say anything, I would have been like, the shit was fire because it was fire. And I felt it. You ain't the only people who can feel shit, right? So this was rhetorical, by the way, in case you thought I genuinely wanted to know. One of those things. Then I posted the replay. So if you missed it, if you were busy, if you were in a different time zone, go watch the replay, right? And then I posted this yesterday, that big long pause. That big long is loaded. And I actually started loading the big long. Pause. The big long is what's going to change your life. So you don't want to miss the big long. Pause. The name, I kind of want to change it, but it is what it is, the big long. And even if you ain't working with the right apparatus and like you are, challenged in that area, the amount of money you're going to make, even if you got that problem, the women are still going to call you the big long anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're still going to call you that because, when you got money, they overlook certain things. It compensate. Yeah, they going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But so here, I said, what did you sell or save this week to buy leaps? Big long. What did you sell? What did you do? Right? What are you willing to do? The yard sales, the clothes, the purses, the shit around the house, the car, the extra car you don't need, you know, I promise you, I'm telling you, you can 10x whatever you can scrape up, right? So if you got $1,000 sitting around the house, that is $10,000 going to waste. If you got $2,000 in things you would not use, that's potentially 20 grand you could have in your pocket, right? If you got 5 grand in things that you can sell in a garage sale, that's potentially 50 grand you got sitting around. You get where we going? If you got $10,000 worth of old clothes, old purses, old shoes, old equipment, electronics, whatever you can sell, that is the value, the opportunity cost of that bullshit sitting where it is $100,000 you can have in your pocket. That could pay down some debt. That could make a major difference in your life. That could be a nice vacation. You know what I'm saying? So look around the house and find something you don't need, you don't use. Do a yard sale this summer. Get rid of some shit, raise some money, buy some leaps. Can you show us how to set up charts? What do you mean? How do you set up your charts? Hold on. What do you mean how to set up your charts? Okay. Year to date, we need to talk about this. Is very important. This shit don't even get no love. The fact that this didn't get any like kind of bothers me a little bit. But anyway, this week collectively, Block Street, we spent $13,722. That is 0.22 Bitcoin, right? We are less than 10K away from $500,000. Shout out to Block Street. Shout out to Block Street. Shout out to Block Street. Nobody shouted out. This is $500,000. No shout out. No love. No love. No love for Block Street. That is $500,000. This shit is dope as shit. And we in July, we gonna hit $1 million. We gonna spend $1 million by the end of the year. Even if it doesn't get up there, I will get it up there. Oh, B Crump is selling the crib. Congratulations, you're on the contract. Wait a second. Let me see this. Congratulations, you're on the contract. Congratulations, we're here. B Crump, what is this? What are you selling? Is that a crib? Is that the crib he's selling? Oh shit. Oh, B Crump, B Crump. Oh, listen. Okay, let's keep it going. So yeah, we are up here. Um, the goal is we wanted to get to like 10 Bitcoin by the end of the year. We're gonna surpass that. But we also want to deploy $1 million. So the 10 Bitcoin, we're gonna get there before the end of the year. That's no problem. That will be 1 billion sats, right? We would have stacked 1 billion sats. But now the mission is gonna be push it to $1 million spent. So by the end of the year, we want to get to $1 million spent, right? All right. What else am I missing? Let's go here. let's talk about this. So on the earnings calendar, we are starting a new earnings season. So Tuesday, we got the banks, they report in a certain way. So we have Citibank, we got Goldman Sachs, we got, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Tuesday before the market opens. Wednesday, we got ASML, United, BlackRock, Johnson and Johnson, Morgan Stanley, PNC Bank. Thursday, we got Netflix, TSM, we got United Health, GE, Abbott, State Street. Friday, we got Regions Bank. And who else? Fifth Third Bank. So new earnings season has started, right? And so keep that in mind. If you are in any of these trades, just know that it can go either way, right? It's going to be a lot of volatility. What else do I have? Who here is reading the course? Have you been reading the course? The course is over here. So if you haven't been reading the course, if you get on live and you ask me certain questions that I know for a fact is in the course, I'm gonna refer you back to the course. I'm not gonna answer because you're not taking shit serious. So if it's in the course and you asking me, that means you're not doing your job. I'm doing my job. You do your job, right? Now, if you go read a course and it's not clear or you need some more confirmation or more explanation, then that is fine. But the foundation, you have to put in the work, right? Nobody can, if you're sick, nobody can take medicine for you. You know that, right? If you're hungry, nobody can eat for you. If you are horny, nobody can fuck for you. So whatever desire you have to satisfy it on your own. Nobody can do it for you. So the resources is here. This is the dopest course on the planet. Doesn't matter if we're talking about anything, price action, you will not find a better course on this planet. I will argue this with anybody, excluding nobody, right? The best on the planet. Not just in my opinion, I think this is factual. Unless somebody can. Anyway, so check that out. Read the course. And of course, after you read the course, you want to make sure you're checking out Trading in the Zone. Trading in the Zone is an essential, right? If you haven't read it, make it a point to read it. If you've read it, make it a point to read it again, right? So Trading in the Zone and the course, that's the foundation. And yeah, that's what I got for now. The question you ask is, how do you set up the chart? What do you mean by set up the chart? So this is while you answer the question and explain. This week I've been looking at some setups. So I got T-Mobile over here, right? This is a break and a retest. This is a bull flag of sorts. It's in a nice zone. So I looked at their fundamentals. It looks good. So T-Mobile, once it breaks out of this channel, then we will act on it. 6 hour on T-Mobile. So let's go to 6 hour. You said 6 hour has a nice bull flag setup. So yeah, so T-Mobile.
Yeah, I like T-Mobile, but
What'd you say?
I say I love it.
Yeah.
And
T-Mobile.
it triggered last week though. You see the previous pinball in the weekly?
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. I wasn't watching it then. I definitely would have got it in.
Yeah, we still got time though. I like that. Yeah, I love it.
It has a lot of room to go. And I put this here too. It has dropped from its high right here to where it got to, it dropped 40%.
That's right.
And from where it is right now, it's still a 32% drop.
Yep. And on the weekly, if you want to, I know you don't play with the tips like that. It's sitting right at the smart money zone too.
I have no idea what that is.
And
I refuse to know what that is. I just know that it looks good, right?
It looks good.
It looks good. It looks good. Let's just keep it like that. It looks good.
Look, I'm gonna jump on that probably tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks good. T-Mobile. And if you look at it on that, this is a bullish engulfing bar at support on the 3-week, right? So it's a lot of confluence on pretty much all the time frames that matter, right? This is it on the 4-week, right? So when it breaks up, it has a lot of room to go, right? And as I explained on the tutorial, right? If this here is our flagpole, this is a measured move, right? So the break out of that channel, the move up could be insane, right? The move from the break going up could be very beautiful. Let me bring up my bull flag for
that's a nice one right here.
Yes, sir. And the contracts are they're not too expensive. It's peasant friendly. You know what I'm saying? It's peasant friendly. So
how far are you going?
You gotta
3
go
months. Next week.
Let's take it from the bottom to the top. Let's see how long it took. That will give us an idea. Where's my tool? Where's the forecasting? Right here. So, oh shit, that took a minute. So from that level to the top, that's damn near 2 years. But if we take it from this zone where we are, that's like 250 days. So really, if you want to play it safe, you got to give yourself like a year, right? If you want to get back to there and give it
a year,
yeah, that's just the safest. And I think so. This is what I was explaining, right? Sometimes people will look at setups and they just go through the option chain and select contracts based on what they could afford.
Hey, Black, did you see that?
What?
EYL just joined.
Yeah, somebody trolling.
Oh, why? I'm like, nah.
I think that is Chase or somebody. That's probably Chase.
Hey, man, fuck.
Hey, he does that shit. That is Chase. I can almost guarantee it's Chase.
I'm like, nah, not your boy.
Nah, they too prideful. They in here though. It doesn't mean they not in here, but they not coming in with their name. That's for sure.
Not like that.
Yeah, but
knowing who they're dealing with.
this what I was saying. when people are choosing contracts, they choose contract based on what they can afford, which is the worst way to choose contract, right? It's not based on what you can afford. It's based on the probability of the shit going in the money, the probability of price moving above your strike price. So if you're looking at the contracts and you're like, okay, T-Mobile got a 300 strike expiring next year and it costs $200, and you go and choose that, what is the probability of it getting there? Do you want a high probability or do you want a miracle? Right? So if you want a high probability, then the best thing you want to do is stay close to the price, right? So if the price is, if the current price is at 187, you want to be at like 188 or like 189 or like 190, because the probability is not certain, but the probability that it will break and go up to like 200 or 210 is much higher than you choosing a 300 or a 280, simply because, I mean, if you got the money, yes, you can do in the money, which will give you a higher delta, so that when the price starts to move, the reaction will be quicker, right? And you'll make a lot more too. So yeah, I want people to understand your contract selection shouldn't be based on your pocket. It should be based on the probability of the setup working. Your pocket is your pocket. If you can't afford it, your pocket can influence you to do dumb shit. You know how broke people, peasants, be influenced to do things that they typically wouldn't do, but desperation will make you do dumb shit. So don't bring that mindset over here. You don't have the money and you're like, okay, I don't have the money, let me go buy it. 500 strike because it's $1. Every now and then you will see somebody on Instagram posting, I turned $2 to $20,000. It's gambling. Those people don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's gambling. If you work hard for your money, nobody traded at a high level will do that, right? And also, you're not gonna be able to put up any sizable amount of money if you're doing that. So if you want to know, go look at the smart money. So let's look at smart money. Let's not even listen to me, right? Let's look at the smart money. So if we go to the capital flow, where the smart money, the big money people who are putting up big bread, right? Contract that are coming in 2 million, 5 million. This is what you want to emulate, right? Yeah, that will be a swing trade, a swing or a leap. If it's more than 1 year expiration from the time you get in, it will technically make it a leap. If it's more than just a day, it's technically a swing trade. So if you're looking at these contracts, you will see $1.2 million, 224 contracts. Am I sharing the capital flow thing? I want to make sure I'm on there. Do you see that? Am I sharing the capital flow? Okay. So learn from smart money, right? People who are putting up big amount of money that is worth something, they're not going to do a SPY 800 call. So this is a high risk trade. SPY call expiring 7/17. That's Mojo's birthday, right? $1.2 million. They bought in the money because SPY is currently at 750 or 748 or whatever, right? So the question is, why didn't they buy at 800? It will make a whole lot of money, right? And make it on the Forbes list. But when you got money, you want to protect your money. When you're broke, you be gambling. You trying to get rich, and that's how broke people get broker, if that's a word. So watch what smart money does. Watch the contracts they are selecting, right? And also when they get in, they may not stay in for too long. They may be looking for 20%, right? 20% of $1 million is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You get 20% and you don't see the significance because you see people bragging about 800%, 18 trillion%. But those people are putting up $5, $10. They're not going to get rich because the moment they try to scale psychologically, they cannot scale with big money, right? You can only do that on a peasant level. If you putting up $5, you can let it rock and get 2,000%. Cool, right? But if you're putting up $1 million, your psychology is 1 trillion% different. You start to respect those 20, 30% gains. So it's better for you to start a foundation respecting those 20, 30% gains from the onset. That way, when you get to a bigger account size, you don't have to fundamentally switch anything in your brain because that is your foundation. You respect that percentage regardless of how much money you're dealing with. If you get into a habit of just getting 300-400%, when your account goes up, you still gonna be expecting that, and there's no way you can match it. It's a different ball game. In your brain, you might think you could do it, but I promise you, you can't. If that was the case, everybody will be a trillionaire. All them people that be bragging about crazy percentages, ask why they not multi-millionaires. Folks only post when they up and hide when they lose, right? So watch how smart money selects contracts if they're putting up 20 million, 2 million, and then learn from that because it's all about the probability of price moving. So if I'm here, let's say T-Mobile, in real time, T-Mobile, you are here, right? Let's say you trade in right here. All right, let's say you are here. Let's slow the tape down. Come on, moving too slow. Let's say you're doing this, okay? And even this will be a top boy. This will be a top boy, but I'm gonna just use it for my example. This is a top boy move. So let's say you're doing this, right? You're watching this, okay. Let's wait till the candle close. Where can you find a smart money contract? Are you in the Discord? Okay, so let's say you're trading this setup, right? Let's say you're trading this setup and you're here. T-Mobile is here. This is the current price, right? What you should be asking yourself is what price, what strike has the highest of probability of getting hit by my expiration date? That's the only thing you should be thinking about. Not, oh, this is what I can afford, so let me go to a 150 strike. You at 83. The path of least resistance should be what you're thinking about. So if you are here, it doesn't matter what your price action philosophy or strategy is, right? If you are here, if you believe price is going up, you buy a call. That is what it is, right? If your analysis tells you it's going up, you will buy a call. If your analysis tells you it's going down, you're going to buy a put. So let's say based on your trading strategy, your analysis tells you this is going up. And at this point, T-Mobile is trading at 83.12, right? Okay. This will be considered at the money, right? Let's say you have a $80 call. 80 call will be in the money, right? Let's say you have a 170 call. This will be out the money, right? Okay. Now, the at the money will cost you, let's say, $1,000, 1K. And then this one will cost you, let's say, 2K. And then this one will cost you $10, right? So you got the 2K, the 1K, the $10. So what most people do is they look at the setup, like, this looks good. Then they go look at the option chain, and they are selecting their contract based on this. This is a no-no. Your pocket has no weight on what the market is likely to do. So that shouldn't be your criteria for selection. Type 21 if you're picking up what I'm putting down. That should have no bearings. That should have no input, because that is a personal problem. That is a broke nigga problem. That is your own issue. What you can afford should not influence the price action. The price action should determine which strike has the highest probability of getting hit by your expiration date. It's a game of probability. It's not a game of, I can't afford it, so let me just make a $20 out of 15 cents. Right? So you're looking at the price and you're choosing, the further out you are, the lower the probability of it hitting. And that is why those contracts are cheap. You think they just throw the contract, they pull it out their asses and just put it out there? There's real mechanics behind this shit. So the fact that this contract is expensive is because it's likely gonna end up in the money by the expiration date. So when you're looking at your delta tells you how much $1 move you make on your contract, but it also tells you the percentage, the likelihood of your contract expiring in the money. So if you're looking at a delta of 70, that means there's a 70% probability that when the contract expires, you will be in the money. It doesn't mean you can't lose, but you already starting off with a 70% probability based on your delta. And when you are in the money, you have a higher delta. So when you go and choose a 170, your probability is so small, right? Your probability of anything is so small. Any possibility is so small. Now, if some crazy news comes out, then you can get rewarded bigly, as Trump will say. But that is a gambler's mentality. That is a lottery mentality. If you want to play the lotto, go play the lotto. If you want to gamble, go to the casino. If you want to invest, you want to think like an investor, not a gambler. And that's what people be doing in the market, right? So in this case, yeah, B Crump, I'll check it out. I think it's live. So in this case, you will come here and you will select an 80, which you will already have intrinsic value on it. It's already worth something because your strike is already less. The strike that you chose is already down, right? On the option chain. It already has value on it. You're not waiting in the future for it to become valuable. And that is why your premium is already expensive because it's already worth something, right? So just keep that in mind when you're selecting contracts. Don't just be looking at the money. So now let's play the tape. So this is where you calculate your risk reward. Okay, I'm going to get in here, right? Based on my price action, my stop loss is here. You have a stop loss. So if it doesn't go my way and it comes down here and close at 60, I'm wrong. I want to take my L. I want to be out. All of this should be established way before you get into the trade. You don't get into the trade and figure out your stop loss. You don't get into a trade based on how much you can afford and then be like, oh, if it does this, I'm going to cut it here. You don't know what you're talking about. You gambling. That's why you got to tap in with a real nigga so a real nigga can put you on real shit. That matters. But the thing is, when you are broke, you just be looking for easy ways, cutting corners. And you ain't going to be a millionaire in 1,200 days because you don't have you don't have the patience to wait for a high probability shit. You're not accepting the risk. You just throwing shit at the wall and hoping one of them will stick. So this is what you do. You go in looking at the strike with the highest probability. You selecting your expiration to buy some time, right? You accepting the risk, having a stop loss, and then you play the tape. If your stop loss hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. At that point, there's nothing to be afraid of. I've accepted the risk. So if you were in a 83 or 80 call, you already cooking, you're chilling. You know what I'm saying? And the delta reacts fastest at the money. So now the joint is at 115. You done took some profits, you moved your stop, you just chilling. This gives you peace of mind. Now somebody could say, well, I bought the 150 and I only spend this much and it's still going. Yes, every now and then you're gonna make money, but in 1,200 days, you're still gonna be broke because it doesn't work well in the grand scheme of things, right? It may work here and there, but the person who sticks to the formula, take their 30%, leave a runner, let the runner run and stick to it, they gonna be retired while you still trying to figure shit out because you wanted to get rich in one trade, right? So this is how you play. This is how you play the game. You have a setup. What price is likely gonna happen, not based on what you can afford. If you look at the price that has the highest probability of hitting and you can't afford it, then you move on. You don't try to justify, you don't try to go way out of the money because that's what you can afford. You have to ask yourself, is your out of the money price likely? That is the key word, likely. What is the probability? What is the possibility? What is the likelihood? You feel me? Okay, so B Crump said, does this work? So let's see. We're gonna go to the capital flow. It's supposed to work overnight. But yeah, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, type 21 if you getting what I'm saying. And I know nobody has explained it like this. I know nobody has explained it like this to you guys because they don't. They just be telling you buy this, buy that, buy here, buy. They don't tell you that is the real shit that is going on behind the scenes, right? That's what you should be looking at. But the truth of the matter is, when you start looking at it like this, you realize that there's a lot of trades you shouldn't be in. And people don't like the truth because the truth usually hurts, right? So they're gonna be like, even as I'm saying this, somebody will be like, yeah, I know, but I can't afford it, so you shouldn't trade. Right? You shouldn't trade. But yeah, bro, I know what you're saying is true, but because my account, well, go get your money up. Go sell some shit. You know what I'm saying? Go buy some shit. So sometimes you will hear people say, okay, this stock, like, hold on, let's come back real quick, right? So I posted this today. I was doing my weekly analysis, and this is a perfect example, right? It's a perfect example. So I'm doing my weekly analysis, right? I see SanDisk. SanDisk looks good, right? It looks good. Price action looks good. So you come here, you look at SanDisk, right? If you're looking at this price action, SanDisk is trading at 1933. What is the price you want to buy that has the highest probability of hitting by your expiration date? The second thing is, what will be your expiration date if you're looking at a price action on a weekly chart? Will your expiration date be a week away, or should it be several weeks away? Let me know in the chat. Would it be 1 week away, or based on this, it should be several weeks to give it time to do what it's supposed to do, right? Several, probably couple of months, right? Okay. So you look at the setup looks good. Price action looks good. Now, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to go look at the contract. So now you go look at the contracts. If we are in July, then I want August, September, October, November, December, about 4 months, 5 months. Then you go look at this shit. Then you see that in the money, so SanDisk is trading at, share price is 1935, which means that 1930 is in the money, right? In the money, $59,000. The 1940 call, right, which is at the money, is 58,680. Even the 1970, that is basically you saying by December 18th, I'm predicting that SanDisk will hit 1970 or more. Because there's such a high probability of this happening with that much time, they baked in the premium. This is Wall Street. No, you know what's funny? I posted this on my story, right? And he hit me up. Wall Street Trapper hit me up, and he like, he said, nah, this shit is too expensive. He said, even I don't want to buy this shit, because he said he always wants to buy like 10 contracts. So if he applies the same rule to this, then that means this joint is costing you $500,000, right? Over $500,000, $600,000. You see what I'm saying? So I told him, I was like, I made a joke. I told him, I said, I made a joke about you. And I said, this is Wall Street Trapper contract. And now you telling me even you not gonna buy, right? So you see this, you shouldn't force it. because you can't afford it. And then our rule is you should be buying more than 2 contracts anyway. All right? You should be buying more than 2 contracts. So if you bought 2 contracts, you're sitting at $118,000. All right? Okay. Now, let's look at, and the spreads is crazy too, right? So I said the spreads alone, and I said here, so I'm not making up what I'm saying, right? I said if you were to do the proper contracts and buy time, this is what you're looking at. Can you buy at least 2 contracts and have a runner? I said these are the contracts Wall Street Trapper be posting, and be like, we up 20K before lunch, right? But I said the spread alone will eat up all your profits. Look at the theta on them, John. So look, if you look at the contracts, this is what people don't be looking at. Look at the theta and look at the delta. This is a terrible delta theta ratio, right? There's a terrible ratio right there. And then the IV is extremely high, right? And then look at the spread. So the bid is 57,000. The ask is damn near 60,000. That's a $3,000 spread. Look at this one. If you buy, this is 717. So this one isn't as far off. But look at the theta. You see the theta? That is, do you see the theta? Do you know what this theta means? Do you know what this? Sanquita, your thing is on.
The theta's way higher than the delta.
That's what I'm saying. So
wow, though, that's kind of crazy, you know.
So does that mean you lose a 1,000? Wait.
That shit had to move like fast.
So for every $1 move, how much do you make?
Not much.
No, based on the delta,
$50.
how much are you making?
You're making $500 every dollar move.
I mean, that shit moved like what, $200-300, $100 a day. So
Yeah, but for every $1 move, how much are you making?
Is it 50?
$50 for every
$50.
$1 move, right?
Yeah, $50.
So let's say it doesn't move. Based on the theta, how much are you losing every day you hold this contract?
You still losing that though.
$1,100?
So by holding it every day for one, this is if you have 1 contract.
Yep.
So if you have 2, if we are saying you should buy at least 1, and let's say you have 2.
That's 2,200
every day, if it doesn't move, minus 2,200.
22 a day. Yep.
And also remember, it doesn't have to move your way. It can move against you too. So if
look at that Ivy too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything is fucked up about this, right? Everything is wrong. I mean, it's not.
I don't know.
But everything is very
good.
It's not ideal. So if it was to drop another, let's say it drops.
It's the gamble.
This thing moves, right? So if it drops, let's say $150, based on the delta, how much are you losing on this contract? If it drops $150, so, or let's say 140, let's say Sundays goes, you buy this and it goes from 1940 to 1800. Based on the delta, how much are you going to lose on this? At 140,
It's not $7,000.
Okay, plus if it drops 140 one day, that is 140 times 50 plus
2,200, 1,100.
If the contract is 10 grand, how much you got left? So if this
Yeah,
contract
well,
is
that's
10,
the shit they didn't tell you though.
your shit is done, right? Like if it drops 150, your shit is done. It's done.
Cook.
Because if you add that 2,200 minus to the 7,000, that is 9,200. How much percentage are you down? That shit is done.
It's over. Like, yeah.
Now, if it goes your way and it jumps 200, let's say it jumps 200. Now that will be 200 times 50. You made 10 grand minus
11.
1,100, you still up, right?
Yeah,
So
still up.
the jump, the stock will have to move significantly so that the theta doesn't matter.
Right.
But if it drops, you're done. You know,
But you
so
only got
and
you only got 30% chance of being profitable anyway.
and we are not also looking at the IV. Not looking at the Vega. So when the IV drops and the stock goes up, because there's a reason why it's high. There's something around the corner. I don't know if it's earnings or the market is expecting something. We don't know. But the IV tells you that the market knows that there's something, an event, something around the corner, right? Because otherwise IV is not going to be this high. This is when there's earnings or interest rate or something. So such an high IV, when that event comes out and the IV drops, for every 1% drop of that IV, the contract is going to drop by $90. So if IV goes from 133 to 100, that is 33 times 91. Another 3 grand gone. So the shit, this is like, it has to work or it has to work, right? It has to go your way. If it doesn't, that shit is done. And why would you tie up that much money, right? 10 grand into something that can just go like that. And you know, this shit moves. Couple of $100, $150, $90, $200. And it can go either way. If it goes your way, you're going to be excited. But if it doesn't, then you screwed. So this is why you have to understand certain things. And when somebody makes a bad gambles and they make money, don't be envious. Don't feel like, oh, I should also do this too. No, you shouldn't. You should do the right thing. And if the right thing means go get your money up, then go get your money up. You don't want to be gambling, because the same way you get it is going to be the same way you lose it. A lot of people make money, but they have nothing to show for it. A lot of people be posting, but they don't have any money in their account, right? Because they make it and then they blow it. So, oh yeah, let me go back to the capital flow. That's what took me here. Any questions while I look at this? So that the contract selection is very important, and most people don't teach. They just buy here, buy there, buy, and then folks just be buying, selecting any strike. And I used to do that too. When I first started doing options, I'll just scroll all the way to the top, look for some cheap shit, and every now and then it will hit, right? But it wasn't sustainable. Okay, let's look at Microsoft. So I said Microsoft looks good. 3-week chart might run earnings super swings. So if you're looking at Microsoft, this is what you want to look at, right? First of all, you're gonna look at your price action.
We on Discord block.
Why isn't it showing? Hold on. Am I not sharing? I'm supposed to be on yeah, I'm on
See,
Discord.
no.
But is it showing the Microsoft?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here on this screenshot, this is from today. So here's price action. So first of all, you're looking at price action first. Is there a solid support zone? Is there a solid resistance zone? You look at that. Then you go look at which direction do you want to go? Which direction is price telling you that it's likely to go? Bounce up, break down. Then you look at what is the price that has the highest of probability of hitting. And then you go choose what expiration should I select. Then you go look if they have earnings. Maybe earnings is around the corner and you should avoid it. So just because the chart looks good doesn't mean you should get in. Every other thing must check. That if you go look at the contracts and you can't afford more than one, then you shouldn't get in. Shouldn't be like, oh, let me go buy a 555 Microsoft Strike expiring this Friday. And then when it goes up, you're like, yay, I told you I'm trading. No, you're an idiot. And eventually you're going to blow your entire account. I don't care if it makes you money this week. I don't care if it makes you money this week and next week. All I know is by the end of the year, you're not going to have no money in your account. I don't know how to explain it, but I will put money on it that you are not going to be able to grow your account. Right? So you want to learn the right foundation from the onset. Don't try to fight it. And I know most of you will hear this, fight it anyway. And by the end of the year, your account will be at zero. You'll be back to demo trading. Right? So do the right thing. If you can't afford it, don't attempt it. That's like somebody going to look at a car. It looks nice. They want it, but you know your pockets ain't ready for it. And you're like, I'm going to get it anyway. They're going to come take it anyway. You can get it, drive it, take some pictures, but the repo man or repo woman is about to come take that shit. I'm going to give you 2 months. That shit is going to be gone. So what is the point? And that's what some people are doing. Your shit is about to get repo because your foundation is flawed. You're forcing things that ain't right, that you don't have the money for it yet. Your time will come if you build on a strong foundation. You can grow your account over time. You can go pay cash for that car. You can go pay cash for that house. But if you try to get it before you are ready to afford it, it will leave. They will come and take it. Your account will be at zero. If you don't believe it, try it. There's only one way to find out. I found out the hard way so many times. And it ain't going to be no different for you because that's just the nature of the game. So that's why I'm here giving this game. Those who are smart will take it and apply it. But the idiots will still be like, yeah, I'm going to do 0 day. I'm going to do this. And then you just on a roller coaster. Sometimes you make money. Sometimes you don't make money. And then you're like, oh, trading as souls. Because you get it in the way. Do the right thing. Price action, accept your risk, select the right contracts, right strikes, buy time. If you can't afford it, wait. You picking up the game? Are we cooking? Are we learning? There's some
So you're
real
doing
shit.
trades at least a week out or 2. Like, how do you determine how many weeks you need to
So
trade?
you're gonna look at this chart, and then you're gonna look at the last time it was at those levels. How long did it take for it to go up? That is going to determine what your expiration should be. So you're looking at a weekly chart and you're expecting Microsoft to go back to its all-time high. Ask yourself, in the past, how long did it take for it to go from 340 to 460? How many 3-week candles did it take? It's giving you clues. So if you get in and then you do a weekly expiration, knowing that this setup was on a 3-week, and every time we were at that support, it took a lot of candles, and you selected one candle, what are you expecting? What is your expectation based on? Nothing. You just wishing. You get what I'm saying? So the time frame, what has happened in the past doesn't guarantee what's going to happen in the future, but it gives you clues, gives you something to work with. So if we go on Microsoft 3 weeks, MSFT, we go 3 weeks. Why isn't this shit loaded up? Okay. Do you see Microsoft? Am I sharing Microsoft Trade and View?
Yes.
Okay. So this is 4 weeks, 1 month. So realistically, we're not saying that's what's going to happen, but because we don't know, we're gonna use the past, right? So from here to here, 252 days it took, right? You said only the lady saying yes to what? From here to the top. Let's say you expected it to go here, right? If this is every candle here took 4 weeks. So this is 4 weeks, 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 right? So let's say you're from here all the way here. That is 140 days. So if you are back here and you're trying to go the same way, how much time do you realistically should give yourself? Anybody? Should you cut it so tight and expect more, or should you buy more time to give you room to sleep and snore at night? You buy more time, right? Which is going to cost you money. It's going to cost you more money. Did you say 2 months? The last one took 140 days. How many days is 2 months? 2 months is like 60 days. Why would you do 2 months? Did it take 2 months to get from here to the top? No, it didn't take 2 months. So if it took 112 days, you should give it at least 112 plus more, right? Whatever it took plus more. So that means if your expectation is for Microsoft to go from here to where it was, then you have to give it time. And if you look at the contracts and giving it this much time, it's not affordable to you, then you just can't afford it. Unless you're looking at a different setup on a different time frame, or you're looking for a different target. Let's say you are targeting 405 or 410, then you can say, okay, I can give myself a couple of weeks based on the time frame I'm looking at. So if you're on a lower time frame, let's say you're on a 4 hour or you're on a daily, and your target is, okay, it got to here, right? It got to here, from here to here. How long did it take? We were here, and then it got to here, 63 days. Then you can say, okay, let me give myself 70 days or 80 days or whatever, right? So you don't have to go further out because you're not expecting it to go to 555. So that's basically what you should do. You shouldn't just look at the shit and say, let me buy a weekly contract. Because is that what the history is telling you that it took for it to get there? No. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at the affordability of the contract to make it influence the contracts you buy. Look at the right contracts to begin with. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Are we making sense? Do I do futures? No. So like, let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. If you don't want to waste money, if you see a good setup, I'm gonna show you what a good setup is and then how you play the good setup in real time, not in real time. So look, can you see my screen? I'm sharing the Discord. Can you see my screen? What date do we have? What date was this? Type in the chat so I know you can see the screen. 4/5, right? So on 4/5 on SPY, I seen this pin bar. This is on the 8-day chart. So this is a break retest with a well-defined pin bar. What strike would you buy? If you are about to put 20 grand or 30 grand or 40 grand on this, what strike are you buying from April? What strike price gives you the highest probability of making money when this shit breaks? So SPY is trading at 655. You can do 650. You can do 670 even, right? You can do 660. Right? Okay. So in real time, I showed that, right? And then, why is this shit moving so slow, man? And then I also pointed out this, right? So we're gonna look at this, and then we're gonna go look at it on the chart. I'm breaking up. Can you let me make sure everybody can hear me before I talk. Can you all hear me, or am I breaking up?
You were breaking up for a little bit. Now you're back.
Okay. So do you see this screen? IWM. So this is IWM from April on an 8-day chart. So let's go to IWM, right? We're gonna go to IWM 8-day chart, April. So IWM was here. 8-day chart. I want you to see the before and after, right? So 8-day was here, right here. So when I posted this is where we were, right? Is my sound good, or am I still breaking up? Okay. So from the screenshot in the Discord, this is where we were, right? IWM double pins. So let me go back. You see it? This is in real time. I want you to understand a lot of people can't do this. They can only do shit after the fact, or they be scared to put money on some real shit, right? This is a classic break and retest. So IWM, I said IWM has two, whatever I said, two double pins. So I said IWM on the 8 days have double pins. So this is IWM at 251.29. So if you're on the 8-day, you're gonna calculate how long it took from the last time it broke that level and went to 271. Then you're gonna buy time. You're not gonna get into IWM and do a weekly contract. That is peasant. If you're doing that, if your folks is that is peasant. You're not gonna make any money. It's peasant. You're gonna make money for a week, and then you're gonna forget the setup. Now you're gonna come back tomorrow and be doing puts. And you're gonna forget that the setup is a good setup. So this same setup that I pointed out, look at what it did. You see what it did? Imagine you bought time, you bought a 250 and you let it cook. You see what it did? Meanwhile, the person who's doing day trade, they done made money, lost money, made money, lost money, made money. Now they at the same spot. Maybe they got $200 in their account. But the person who bought here and left it, let me show you how it's done. Okay, I'm gonna show you how it's done. So SPY, when I seen this, come on, load up. When I seen the SPY, right, 650 in April, I went and I bought SPY, right? But let me show you that what I teach, I'm actually doing it. Where the fuck is the updates? Okay. So we're gonna look at SPY. I don't want you to see the other shit that we in. So you're gonna see SPY, and then you're gonna see the difference, right? In April, I had January 640, right? 640, 635, September, 640, 635, June, 645. We ain't doing 700 and 800 because it's cheap. So if I got runners and SPY is at 750, that's how you wake up and you're not tripping over day shit. Everybody making $200, $500, $300. Every day you making money. And these are the runners. So that's how you play the game. And it didn't start like that, right? It didn't start like that. IBM, same, look, man, come on, man. IBM, same thing. Palantir, same thing. SPY, same thing. You have to learn how to select the right shit. IBM, same thing. We got into these things. No, not these. Right? Look, IBM, 240, September. This was actually closed. And remember, this is from like April or something, May or something. And then you let the shit cook. You be trying to get rich overnight, just doing dumb, silly shit, just selecting any contracts and just, what are you doing? You want to make money or you want to remain a peasant for the rest of your life? Because just posting screenshots ain't going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you the SPY from, I think, when it was down. So you know that it doesn't just go up because you are, you know, NVIDIA. Look, what date is this on NVIDIA, please? What day do we have here? NVIDIA. What date? This is from June, right? I mean from April. But there's NVIDIA 185, June, and it's cooking. You don't have to wake up every day just chasing peasant shit, right? But if you don't understand contract selection, look at Palantir. Same thing. You buy in time. Why is my computer going so slow? You buy in time and you letting it cook. Bought Palantir June 2027, 125, 150. January 2027, August 2026. You sitting there making money and then people just be day trading, doing. Microsoft, look at the time we bought this. Bought in February, expiring in June. It allows you to make money with no stress. Have I rebooted? Nah, I don't be. Nigel be reminding me. My shit be on. I don't be wanting to close the shit, man. But yeah, that is how you select. That is how you select your contracts, man. Based on the probability of it going your way. That's how you want to select your shit. Anyway. Is it still going in and out? When I'm done, I'm a reboot. But if we go back to SPY and we go to that 8-day, you're gonna see the aftermath. This was it. This was it here. So if I get in here, you think I'm worried about every day? Look, we got in here. I posted it here. This is the setup. This is the break, right? The break, the retest, pin bar. What did we say about the measured move of a bull flag? Look, has it done about the length of the pole? If you see it, boom, bam, boom. Are we not there? So you think if I get in here, I'm sitting here panicking? No, this is why I bought time so it can do exactly what it's doing. Meanwhile, you're going to be sitting there, oh, SPY puts. Oh, I'm doing SPY puts. IWM. Then you make your peasant 200. And then when you look at the profit, it's like some meager peasant, $20, $50. What are you fucking doing? You could have put up some money and made some real money over here. Your whole shit is fucked up. Laura, Coco should be all fucked up. What are you doing? You could have put like all the day trades you did between April and this time. You could have put the money you had in your account, $5,000 on this shit, and you would have been up 400%. You see what I'm saying? You could have ignored all the, I got into this and I got into that, and then keep your money, wait. You know how long you had to wait? You had to wait all the way from August. Wait. But when you see this, you are in. You put your money in, you accept the risk, stop loss under the pin, and it's popping. How do you know? Because a well-defined pin bar sticks out like a sore thumb. You cannot miss it. You cannot miss it. It's telling you a strong story here. You can't miss it. If I go to 2 weeks, you will see whenever. And I gave you guys this game. Whenever you see a well-defined pin bar on SPY, and then you go look at the VIX. Here, I did crazy money here too, right here. This was from the previous year, right? This was from the previous year. Crazy. So if you think about it, if you only executed here, right? Whenever you have a nice pullback on SPY, remember, this is the same pin bar, right? So let's say the whole year or in 2 years, you decided to just do 2 trades, only when there are pullbacks from 2022 pullback to pullback to pullback, and you only did that, you would have made stupid money. You know how many gurus traded from here? Day trade. I'm scalping, I'm day trade. And from 2022 to 2026, they don't have $1,000 or $10,000 in their account. But they didn't day traded everything. Day trade. I'm in the put, I'm in the buy, I'm in the put. Yay, look. Show me 200,000. Show me $1 million. You don't have it. Meanwhile, if you said, I'm going to wait I'm not following nobody. I'm just waiting for a pullback. You actually can calculate this shit, right? So this is not just like a concept. This shit is real. The problem is a lot of people will not do it. Go measure the drop. If it drops, if this is like a 22%, 20% drop from the recent high, right? 25%, the bigger the drop, the better it is for you. From here to here, there's a 10% drop. Look at the 10% drop and look at what it did. 25% run up. Then check the drop, right? Drop from here. There's a 9% drop. What's the run up? Vroom. 20% run up. Now the 20% run up, remember, you're talking options. So when SPY dropped from here to here, this was a 20% drop. 20% drop, look at the move up before it dropped again. That's a 43% run up. 43% run up. If you bought contracts over here and you bought time, you know how much money you made if you put 5 grand on the line? You turned out 5 grand to like 100 and something thousand. Then you wait for it to drop again and let it pin bar. Let it drop and pin bar. This drop was damn near a 10% drop. That is a correction. It gave you a pin bar. You get in and you run it up again. You know why it's going to do this forever and ever and ever? Because this whole shit is manipulated. This market is manipulated. This is the government's market. They will always do whatever it takes to bring it back up. So all you have to do is to wait for it to drop. You want a pin bar, let it drop. Go look at SPY drop with a pin bar and tell me where you didn't make money after a pin bar. You go tell me. You can go back and back and back, look for a drop, pull back with a pin bar. That did not make money. Right? This is 2016. Pin bar will make you money. Pin bar will make you money. Can you type pin bar will make you money? If you see a well-defined pin bar on SPY, it almost always made you money if you bought, it made you money, man. What are we even talking about? Why do we complicate simple shit? But when you go pay somebody on a monthly basis and it doesn't give you a setup, they're going to be like, where am I going? Why are there no trades? There are no trades. I can join a group that trade every day. I can join a group that always trades. I need to trade. Meanwhile, you ain't got no money. But if somebody tells you to wait for this to happen, you're not going to wait. You want to look at the market and then ask yourself, if you're looking at this market, do you want to be buying a put or a call? This is an upward trended market. It's making higher lows and higher highs. So which side do you want to be on? There's no reason to be doing no, like you want to be on the side where it's being pushed up. You don't want to go chase any pin bar. Buy pin bars with the trend. The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. What you say? What a real nigga said, there's no setup, he looks sus. Hey, I'm telling you, man. So if you're like, man, I remember one day Nigel shows up on live and then Kentat hits me up. He's like, whenever Nigel, he shows up and he's not calling any trades. I was like, what do you want him to do? If there's no trades, there's no trades. And that's the pressure people put on, if you have a community, especially if you're doing monthly shit and people are paying, they just want to get into some shit, even if it's trash. And that's what some people do. You'll be horny and you just get into anything. Even if it's a crackhead, you just gonna go crack. You're gonna crack it because you just want to crack. But you have to be focused on what you really like, not what is available. Not because you're bored. Some of you guys be doing shit because you're bored. So anything that crosses in front of you, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna smash that. I'm gonna crack that. You're a crackhead. So you crack anything. Wait for shit that you want. Real shit. Let the real shit come to you, and then you do what you want to do. In the meantime, go read a course, go learn some shit. Don't try and put no pressure on me and say, oh, but where are the trade? I can go to a community where they trade every day. They are crackheads, and you attracted to crack shit. So are you doing low vibrational shit? Meanwhile, you could have got into this shit and you be waking up. I'm still in my my runners. It's still running. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I'm tired. We'll be back on at 9:30. But shit, we got a lot of people on here. We got 77. Where you guys come from? Where all these 77 people? What do the 77 people who are on here that are not part of Block Street, what do you want? Please let me know. The 77 people, what do you want? What is your mission here? What is your goal? What is your objective? Are you not getting the information you want from all the other people on Twitter and whatever? You want to stay sharp? Pay to stay sharp. Ain't you satisfied with all the distractions you got? And the screenshot from YM Baby and all them people? They don't want to be on crack. Nico is straight. Nico is good. You got your own community. I'm talking about the people who don't want to tap in. Drop the link now. We ain't dropping the link because the shit is closed. You know what I'm saying? Be crumbed. We got to make them wait. You got to wait until November. Until then, we just gonna like show you appetizers, right? Gonna show you appetizers, but just so that you, when you get in, you know that like you earn, you understand that like we doing real shit over here. You know what I'm saying? You're coming for crack samples. You're not watching the noise. You see this? This is real people. Before I leave, let me show you. This is real people who are on the Discord. Sometimes it be so much profits, I get tired of posting it. You see this? It's because everything we are doing, even on the day trade, you might blow your account by November. You just might. You might blow your account by November. But you see this? This is real people, right? Real people, real accounts. One thing you're not going to see here is you're not going to see a demo account because we don't encourage peasantness over here. This is a place for real kings and queens, right? So we doing real shit that could pay bills. You can't pay bills with, I almost got it. You can't pay bills with paper trades or demo trades. So you ain't going to see no demo shit here. When you are here, you put in real money, real shit. Why is my shit not loading up? You see it's weak? And these are day trades, by the way. But the day trades that we are doing, it's high quality day trades. Yeah, because you have poor risk management. You don't have a good setup, you don't have a good strategy, you don't have proper risk management. You should never be going all in on one trade, right? No matter what, because no matter how good your setup is, you can still lose, right? You can still lose. So you should never go. Nico told you he blew 40K in one Tesla trade. So you got to make sure, no matter what, you see curve, you see this? You see this? You see his expiration? His expiration is 8/21, but he took some profits here. $700. When the market pays you, take some profits. You see that? Expiration 8/21, 893, 712. That shit it's not done. You don't know what the future holds. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen in the future. So when the market pays you, you pay yourself. You see Z, nice first week overall. First week, she cracked 133%. First week. You know what she's going to be doing in November? Wait, am I still on? Am I still on? You know what she's going to be doing in November? Because right now, we ain't even doing what we're supposed to do. We just, Trump that made shit so difficult, we have to day trade. But that's not really what we want to do. Let the countdown hit 0 and you going to see. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm going to do my big one and you're going to see how a real nigga move. You're going to see how a real nigga move. You're going to see how a real nigga put money where the mouth is. Real nigga shit.
Sneakers broke into daytime. Talking about the big guns. They need a statement.
Sylvia.
Camera, preferably with Millie.
Sylvia. You're going to see how a real nigga shit. Right? So I'm just showing you this so you know it works. You're going to see. Listen, my thing is this. Actually, let's go here real quick. Can I talk my shit real quick before I go? Can I talk my shit? Can I please talk my shit real quick? Ouch. Fuck. Okay. God damn it. Okay. So let's say there's a possibility you can do, let's say, not a mosquito, my nail. I hit my fucking nail, man.
Thankfully, no live. Thanks.
Anyway, so, you want to prep. Do you think we got to wait? I'm more interested in, you got to wait for what? Alvaro, what are you talking? You got to wait. Are you in the Discord? Is Alvaro in the Discord? Yeah, so what are you saying you got to wait? So when the time comes, right? And the time will be here soon. Damn it, Sylvia. You ain't even paying attention to anything. What's Sylvia doing here? Get Sylvia out of here.
Servant to both God and my president in that order.
Why do people join Zoom stuff if you're not gonna listen? Like, what is the point?
Get justice for men to There's no security camera in the ABS building. I checked this neighborhood shops and every place is really.
That should be so it'd be distracting everybody. Yeah, like you ain't listening. If you're not gonna like do one thing, this why I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh, okay. I remember it now.
Hey, Block, you notice? No, I got a question, right? And this is just for right now. So, because opportunity cost is if I'm just comparing this to last year or specifically those Robinhoods, like Robinhood, those contracts got an opportunity for people to do good. Right now, you got the opportunity cost is, I don't want to say it's high, but you got to pay to play. So with those, like with something like that, Robinhood, is it like once in a blue moon type of thing where an opportunity like that comes?
Oh no, I don't even think Robinhood is on the list. I might squeeze it on the list now, but I think we're gonna do more, if not better.
Well, I was saying using that one as an example, because remember they were because I just looked at one today that I sold. I bought for like $200, and then I sold it the next day for like $475. I was gonna post it in the group for some dumb shit that I did when that contract went over like 8,000 or something. But just like I said, just interested in want
Yeah,
to know if
so
those
so so that's what I
come.
was gonna talk about, right? So let's say you have, let's make it simple. Let's say you have 10 grand all in. You can day trade and blow your shit up. And I promise you, if you day trade and you don't know what you're doing, this 10 grand will be gone, right? Or you wait and you deploy this 10 grand at the right time. Once you see this, you see 6ix9ine, you see Freddy Krueger, you see Dwayne Wade's there's the real daughter, right? There's the daughter. I'm just being petty. So once we get to, you can then take that 10 grand and then you could be day trading. Or if you get 10, you do 10 grand and you end up getting, we did like 80x, right? Added 15,000% on one. So let's say 7,000%. Let's do 7,000%. That is 70x, right? So 10 grand times 70. That's $700,000, right? Now the question is, can you day trade 10 grand to 700 grand in, let's say, even four years? The answer is no. You are not. You might tell yourself you can, but you are not. I can almost promise that you are not. Can you make some money? Yes. But can you build this up? You know how many times you likely blow this shit? Now, if you get a 50x, 10 grand, that's 500,000. Okay, let's say 50x is too crazy. If you get 10 grand and then you get a 25x, that's 2,500%. That's $250,000. 10 grand, if you get 10x, that's 100 grand. Right? Very easy. And this is if we do this. So let's go here real quick. And I want you to, it will take too much time. It'll take too much time. So it looks something like this, right? This is how you play it. So let's say we are in SPY. All right. Let's say this was Robinhood, or this is one of the trades we're gonna get in. All right. There are two ways to play it. You can either do this. You can either buy, put the 10 grand all in. Let's say we get in here. You put the 10 grand in. If you let the 10 grand cook without ever taking any profits, 10 could turn into, I'll say 300K without touching it, which is amazing. But if you do this, you take 10 and then the 10 goes to 100. Then you take some profits off the table, right? Let's say you take 20K, you take 30K off. Now you're in profit, you can't lose. You go back in with 70K around here. That 70K will probably turn into 500K right here. let's say you take 100 off the top. Now you got 130K on the side. You can't lose that, right? You go back 400K from here to here. 400K will turn to $1 million, easy, all with the same 10K. So you can play it safe, get in, don't touch anything, leave it alone. Your 10 will probably turn to 300. Or you can do this. And me, I'm going to do both. So I have one, and I'm not talking 10K, by the way. So when I'm done, if it works out, I'm going to be set. I'm going to die and come back, and I'm still going to be good. If it doesn't work, you might see me at the food stamp line. So those, those, those are the options. You know what I'm saying? So that is for me. I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm going all in. So day trading isn't the ultimate goal. No, day trading has never been the ultimate goal. Who wants to day trade every day? Nobody would. Were you not on the thing? Were you not on come on, were you at the orientation? Were you at the boot camp? Did I not show the different type of traders? It's never the goal. It's never the goal. When you day trade, you know how tired you be. B-Crump, can you let them know how tired you were? That when B-Crump is doing this, let me show you. He makes the money, but he be exhausted, right? Because it takes a lot of mental energy.
Hey, Block, I told you, you said crack. Now, that's cool, but I don't feel like myself in no crack. But I definitely was drunk. I was drunk as hell. Like the music, the market ain't gonna tell you. Oh, you want 3 more for 1,500 a piece? I mean, for 500 a piece? I got you. You want 3 more contracts for 700 a piece? They gonna keep on feeding your motherfucking ass. And I was drunk. I couldn't think straight. I was cotton mouth. I ain't want no parts of that shit. I ain't know what the fuck was going on. I ain't want nobody talking to me and shit. It was cracky and shit.
Let me show you. This is the aftermath of B-Crump. You see at 414, B-Crump said, took profit from this week and last week and got to NVIDIA. Look, man, you see this? You see this? Like he felt this. Look at how many $100, $96, $100, 87, 200. Now, when you see this, it looks dope. But what you don't understand is the mental power it takes. Like you be exhausted. Ken Rule said the same thing, and he's making money, but it is tiring, man. I used to do that.
Get you a little taste, though. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I don't want you get a little taste of that shit, then it's like, all right, some people like it. I don't want no more of that shit.
Oh,
give me some
crazy.
leaps. Fuck it.
When I'm done, when I used to do that, when I'm done and I lay down, I feel like I did a whole construction. Like I went, it's crazy. And you just sitting behind a computer pushing buttons. But man, sometimes you're down and then you're like, oh, it came back up. Let me take, man, who wants to do that? If you enjoy that, good for you. I don't. You want to hit, see, Emmanuel, your mindset is, okay, so let's go to crypto. Since you're talking about you want to hit. So let me give you an example here. So you will see my man here. And see, B-Crump be on the crypto too. So B-Crump, how's the crypto going?
Up and down. I was doing good. Then Bitcoin dropped and kicked me out. I stepped my stop loss now though. You know what I mean? So that crypto whoop your ass. You could get what you asking for, Emmanuel. Come over here, get you some.
I'm telling you. So if you want that's why the countdown was there for a reason, right? So if you see I haven't been doing crypto, it's not because I don't see it. I'm gonna wait until the time is, when the time is clear, you gonna see. You gonna see how the shit is. So you see my man Bobby Digital here. If this doesn't kick him out, this one play will make him like $300,000 if this joint goes to like $6, right? And you don't have to day trade, because even though the crypto market is open 24/7, you will exhaust yourself. You're gonna blow your shit. 100%. Right? But it's easy. You thinking about the 300 grand, but you're not thinking about what it takes. What it's gonna take to get there, right? The ups and the downs. And if you're not careful, you're gonna change your plan. So if you don't want to change your plan, you want to have a fixed goal. You see how it's the same thing. At some point it was 3 grand, it's at 5,300. You have to keep a low leverage and let it go, right? So I think, yeah, so this is why he posted it. So if it hits $6, $315,000. You see that? $315,000. But you can't.
Hold up. He only 845 block, 850?
What?
You said 850 to make 345 grand?
I don't know how much he put up. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Was this? Nah, he put up like 2 grand.
Oh, I was reading it wrong spot. Okay.
Yeah. 2,600. But so 2,600 times 120. Yep. So that is so you see this right here. This is what we are talking about. This is the type of percentages we are trying to get from the big long, right? 12, you see 12,000%. So if you can get 12,000% on 10 grand, see what I'm saying? If you could get 12,000% on 5 grand, if you can get 6,000% on 50 grand, easy. But if you get in at the right point and your margin is good, you just leave it. But the thing is, somebody between the time, I don't know if he's gonna get kicked out or whatever. If his stop loss hits, he lose like 845 or whatever. But between this time and that time, right? Somebody with $2,500 is not getting to 300,000. Maybe you get 1 or 2 people that can do what Just Let Me Be did, right? That is an anomaly. That is not a norm. I want you to understand. You see people turn 3 grand to 400 grand. It's not a norm. So don't expect it. It's not a norm. It's likely not going to happen for you, right? Don't expect it. But in the bull market with crypto, expect it. I'm telling you, don't expect it in the stock market, but over here, expect it. Because we're dealing with a cycle that we understand, a cycle that is very repeatable, right? So that 1K can turn into a lot, and you don't have to go put this here, do this, do that. You get in, you leave it alone. Go about your business. So basically, if you have 5,000 and this hits $6, instead of 300,000, that's 600,000. So 7,500 turns into 900,000. So about 10 grand is $1 million if this happens. And this is going to happen. But the question is, can you do it? Can you sit still? Can you be focused? Tap in, let the market do what the market is going to do. It's not your strength that's going to make you the money. That's why we counting down. at the right time. All you have to do is execute at the right time. Leave it to the market gods. Let them bless you. Don't get in the way. Don't try to go do this and do that. So between now and this time, get your money up. Don't go blow that shit trying to be just let me be. You're not gonna be her. You're not gonna be her. All right. So why is she so good? I don't know. She wasn't afraid. She got big ovaries, right? And the timing was right. And she followed she read the course. She followed the plays. She paid attention. And she wasn't scared. And she bought a lot of contracts. So it's a combination of a lot of things, right? She wasn't all over the place. Some of you guys be all over the place. You be here, you be there, you be doing this, you be scared. When you should get in, you don't get in. When you shouldn't get in, you get in. So you all over the place. So stick to a plan, focus on the plan, execute on the plan, and you'll be good. So when the time comes, make sure you got money to play the game. You should have like at least 10 grand for, I'll say 20 grand. I'll say 25 for stocks, 25 for crypto. If you really want to make some money. And they'll be like, but where am I going to get 25? Shit, I don't know. Go figure it out. You got 68 days to go make some shit happen. Go use Claude to write an ebook, hustle, sell pictures, go wash cars, cut lawns, do whatever you have to do. But don't feel it's impossible. It's you don't want it bad enough. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop sharing that. You don't want it bad enough. So you have excuses. But bro, what am I gonna do? Man, sell some shit. You ain't see B Crumb selling the crib?
No, that's another B block because B knob.
B knob, okay. B knob or fuck off, selling the crib. You don't want it bad enough. So you have all the excuses in the world. But bro, but again, you got time. You don't want it bad enough. Because between now and December, you can go make some shit shake. Pause. You can make something happen. You can come up with something. Go do something. Use your skills. Use things that you are good at. Go raise some money. Right? Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know why I said that. You know, selling plates. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask yourself, what are you good? Like, you've been on this planet for, I'm sure everybody here is at least 20 years old or 30. So you've been on the planet for 3 decades. You don't have any valuable skill set. You're trying to tell me 3 decades, you didn't learn anything. You don't know anything that you can teach somebody, any service, any product you can create, anything you can do that somebody will pay you for. You can't do that? If you say you can't do that, you're lying. You just don't want it bad enough. You probably shy, right? Or you like, I'm reserved. I don't talk to anybody. Well, you're going to be broke and by yourself, not talking to nobody. Ain't nobody going to want to talk to you anyway. You broke. You ain't got no money. You don't have anything to offer. What are you giving to the world? You know what I'm saying? But if you want to change your life, go make some shit happen. Go raise some money. And don't say, I'm going to get it from the market. You ain't got shit from the market. Go get some money on the outside and come flip the shit. Because the market wants to bless you, but it takes money to make money. You know what I'm saying? It takes money to make money. And if you come here and the time comes and you don't execute, you wasted your time. You showed up here for what? Just for me to talk about crackheads and shit? I'm putting money on the line. I'm going in at few M's on the line. I'm letting the nuts hang all the way balls deep. We ain't here fooling around. But a 20x is a 20x. A 30x is a 30x. A 50x is a 50x. You get what you put in. And if you're scared, go to church. If you're scared to lose the money, go to McDonald's, right? Go ask for a raise at your job. Who said I'm putting up my whole net worth? I said I'm letting my balls, my nuts hang. You know, if it doesn't go well, I could do some things. I'm saying me, I'm going all in because I got conviction. I've been here before. And this time around, listen, you only live once and you die once. You know, when it's all said and done, hey, it is what it is. 5K on BTC long at 86. Nobody said that. Nobody said 5K on BTC long. That is not the play. Will M, that play is not on Bitcoin. Are you in the Discord? The play is not on Bitcoin. If you put 5K on Bitcoin long, you probably make, yeah, that's not where the play is. Bitcoin ain't getting, you can go and simulate Bitcoin if you're doing a 20, 30x, you'll still be at the job. Nah, you need some shit coins for this shit. You know? And you got to be willing to lose it all. So if you're not willing to lose that 10 bands, go trade NVIDIA or whatever else you be trading. QQQ, right? You got to come in willing to lose everything you put it on. But bro, what if I lose it? You will probably lose it. Is it possible to get 10K from Discord plays to add to the total? Wait, is it possible? Let's see. Let's see if it's possible. I mean, possibilities, yes. Everything is possible. If you look at, you know, Carsey, has she done probably 30,000? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, wait, no.
Fucking hell. Word in the line.
Man.
True and dope. I almost about it. Is it possible? Yes. But you want to get it doing the right thing, right? You don't want to over leverage. You don't want to over leverage. Because 10K in it's possible. Shit. Just Let Me Be did 300,000, 370,000 in like 3 weeks. Right? But in order to take $3,000 to $370,000, you had to do some high risk shit. That's the only way. Right? Because no stock is just moving like that to give you those returns. That means you were in, you were all in, heavy. So you took on a lot of risk. Right? So is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Look at Tashi. Profit since I joined last week. Okay, so that's $1,000 here. So if he gets another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000, by the time we hit, yeah, he probably had like 7 or 8 bands. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Look at Carsey. You see Carsey? 5,000. If you do 2 of Carsey right here, that's 10 bands. 2 Carsey, 2 MU right there. That's 10 bands. Carsey only joined this shit like 2 months, like 2 months ago, 3 months, if that. Right? So possibility, yes. But you're gonna have to do some high risk shit. And you know how that goes. You could lose all your shit. You know? You could lose all your shit. It happens, man. So, all right. Any questions before I go? Explain how liquidation can be your friend. I don't know how liquidation could be your friend. What are the most important chapter in the course? Chapter 1 to 19, all of them.
Emmanuel, there is no shortcut. Take it from all of us who have FAFO. You just have to go step by step.
Yep. Tell him. Yep, I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back. Yeah, don't and see, she caught on to where you're trying to go. Like, don't skip anything. If you paid, and everybody here is annual, all the new people, you want to go through each and every one of them. Chapter 1, chapter 2. Don't be like, oh, introduction to trade. I already know this stuff. Let me just go straight to the pin bars. Because you're going to say something and I'm going to ask you, did you read this chapter? And I can tell you didn't read it, right? So everything here is equally weighted. They are all important. So go through each one. Long tail candles, trading with confluence, how to exit trades, money management, trading psychology. Trading psychology is not important than trading with confluence. They're different things, right? What should I be looking at after I finish 19 chapters? When you finish the 19 chapters, go read Trading in the Zone. When you finish reading Trading in the Zone, there's how many master classes here? Each master class here is like 5 hours long. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 times like 14. You got like 70. Wait, what am I talking about? 14 times 5. Yeah. That's a lot of hours. So trading in the zone, that is also psychology, right? Because trading is like 85, 90% psychology, 10% skill. So you want your foundation to be strong, right? Yeah, watch the master classes and, you know, it'll give you a solid foundation. Then in between that, you can go to market psychology and go read, you know, read one book a week or whatever, right? And at the same time, you showing up on live, we trade in, you asking questions, And then don't forget like the Bitcoin orange pills and all of that. Like there's so much, and none of this shit is fluff, right? Nothing here is unnecessary. And then this is where the big long is. So the big long, the people who are on the payment stuff, you're not gonna see the big long until your final payment is made. But the big long, I done posted already. I done posted 4. The rest is gonna get posted. And as you can see, just so you know, the big long is gonna do its thing. The big short, right? The big short, the puts that I was posting this is a year ago, right? For the big short, a year ago, MicroStrategy puts 210, December 2026. This is the same thing I'm doing on the big long, right? So this is very strategic. And these contracts, even the puts that like 7x, 5x, 8x, right? So imagine you ride the shit to the top. Let's say you put 50K times 7. That 50K turns to 350K short on the big short. But the big long is going to make more ROI than the big short because it has more time, right? The short is like 365 days. The long is like 1,200 days, right? So if you're doing 800% on the short, multiply that by 3, you're talking like 24x. So that means 50K times 24, you're talking, what's 50K times 24? You tell me. If you put 50K on the line and you get a 2,400% on the 50K, we're not talking 2,400% on $10 like folks be doing. We're not talking 2,400% on $50. We're talking 2,400% on big money, right? Intentional shit, high conviction shit, preparation meets opportunity shit. What is 50,000 times 24? Can somebody tell me real quick? That's 1.2 M's. Okay, let's say you don't have 50K, you got 25K times 24. That's 600,000. Oh, let's say you don't have 25K, you got 10K times 24, 240,000. Right? So we're going to run the big long and then run it back the big short again because the cycle is the cycle. So just like I did here with Coinbase, with Nara, these are all puts, by the way, from last year when we were in a bull market. So once the bull market is about to hit the top again, by that time, you guys don't understand what I'm saying. This is life-changing opportunity. When we run the big short, the big long, and we have about 6 months for the big long to end, by that time you would have flipped, let's say, your 50K to 600K. Let's say you take half of it. You put it on the side. You take half, 300K, and then you buy puts. In a year, if you get 8x on 300K, that's 300,000 times 8. Bro, that's $2.4 million. So even if you don't make all the money on the way up, because we understand the cycle and now you have more money on the way up, all you need is like another 5x because this is now 5x on 250K, 5x on 500K, 5x on 100K. You see what I'm saying? So we are running the big long to run a big short again because the cycle is the cycle. And this is how you can take 10 grand, flip it to 200 grand and turn the 200 grand to $1 million. Y'all don't hear me though.
So essentially, Emmanuel, the most important thing is to preserve your capital, because you have to develop your own edge. And in order to develop your own edge, you have to develop your own instinct. And that is by learning the material deeply and doing your thing incrementally. Like he shows you in the group, you see the people who are at their $80 level, some are at their thousands level, some are at their 100,000s level. But the only way you're going to be able to trust your instinct is if you develop your edge yourself. So you can't just say, oh, you see this happening and you're going to dive in and say, yeah, you're going to try to follow. No, it's not going to work. You have to come from within you. So preserve your capital. I am Leo. Most of us in here are.
Preach. And she ain't lying, right? It's about conviction. Conviction, I can't teach conviction, right? You can't teach conviction. You know where the conviction comes from? It comes from you putting in that work. So you can't even borrow my conviction. If you borrow my conviction, it's like you believing in me. I don't want you to believe in me. I want you to put in the work, right? So that you see the data for yourself. You understand that I see this. It's not, oh, Block told me to get in, so I'm getting in. You're still following blindly. You build conviction by putting in that work, that reps, seeing it for yourself, back testing. That way, if it doesn't go, you know, hey, it just didn't go, right? Otherwise, you just trusted me. And I don't want you to trust me. Because in crypto, what we say, in Bitcoin, what we say, we don't trust, we verify. So everything I'm saying, you go back test it, go see, go read. And then once you get in, accept the risk. It is what it is. Accept the risk. There's no guarantees in this game. So only play with money you can afford to lose. So if you see me put up a lot of money, I mean, a lot is relative. Let's say, I mean, 10 grand could be a lot for somebody. 100 grand could be a lot for somebody. But for me, I'm going in because of my conviction. You know what I'm saying? Because of my conviction. And I'll never go to zero. I got shit in place, but I'm putting in a sizable amount and it's not all I got. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that either. You don't want to do that because at the end of the day, Kaylin, at the end of the day, what? I mean, the day got to end, but at the end of the day, what can happen? Anything can happen. Anything. So that's why we accept the risk. So if you're about to put up 10 grand, that 10 grand, you have to embrace the possibility of losing it all. Because you're not going to go into anything expecting to make 100 grand or 200 grand or 50 grand without any risk at all. That is not true. So if you want to see the possibility of going from 10K to 100K or 200K or 300K, also see the possibility of losing that whole shit. And if you can't afford to lose it, don't play the game. Because I don't want nobody coming and crying to me, but you said I was going to. I ain't said shit. I said what I'm about to do. I don't know what you about to do. But bro, I lost my money because of it. I ain't tell you a goddamn thing. You know? So, I mean, you can paper trade. Paper trade is not a bad thing. Paper trade is to, help you back test, help you figure out like silly mistakes you're making here and there, calls instead of puts or whatever, or help you build that conviction. Because if you're now trying a system out, you don't want to be trying shit with real money when you don't have a solid system or a solid routine. So you can paper trade to see if that, system works out. And once you are convinced, then you put money on the line. The only difference is the psychology that comes with paper trading is 100% different from when you have real money on the line. So I would rather you deal with a peasant amount than paper trade for the next 6 months, right? because even if you have $200 on the line, there's an emotional connection because it's real money. You exchange energy for that money. So you are invested. When you are trading with some simulated account, there's no investment there. There's no real risk. So the way you treat a paper trading account is not the same as the way you're going to treat an account that you have a vested interest in. So yeah, use paper trading to get your system down, but don't do it too long because it serves no purpose either than, you know, helping you. Black, I showed you my losses on my account is nil. I don't, who is this? I don't know who this is. I don't. Did you get the boot camp replay? I didn't give you the boot camp. I think I overdid it. The amount of game I didn't put out there. Some people hit me up. They're like, "What are you doing? You didn't gave them like all the source, but you know what? They ain't gonna do shit with it. Shit, there are people in the Discord with the source. They still ain't doing shit with it, and they paid. How much were the people who ain't pay? When people don't pay shit, they don't value it when they don't pay. You know, you can put all your whole everything in front of them. They not about to do a motherfucking thing with it. Out of 100 people, maybe one. Maybe you find one person that's gonna be like, man, I value this. 99 of them, man, they ain't doing nothing. They're gonna be like, man, that was dope, man. That was fire, man. I like that. Man, that's it. They watching movies or doing something. They not taking no action. Man, bro, that was dope, man. That was some fire shit right there, man. You was cooking. Yeah, cooking. That's it. That's it. That's where it ends. So why be threatened that somebody is going to do something? They not doing anything. You know? But the people who take action, I can't wait to brag, man. Like, I can't wait to brag. And not even on me. I just want to be able to say, hey, I told you 68 days, and now it's 1,000 days. And look at Laura. Look at Kaylin. Look at B-Knock. Look at Curve. Look at Jill Gates. Look at, like, that's what I want to do. The amount of shit I'm about to talk. Coco, you better not. Because I know where you at. We in the same state. You're not far from me. I'm going to find you. You know that movie. I'm not going to say the rest. Don't let me pull up on you because I need to access. Where you been? What you mean you need to access? The shit is closed until November, man. I'm about to send the rest. Oh, you already in there. Man, tap the money. Oh, you already in there. Shit, tap in, let's eat. Man, the way I'm about to cook, you don't see. Maybe you don't. I know you see it, but let me know if you see it. Do you see my game? You see my game is improving? Like even my slides? Man, the way I'm about to, like, I'm trying to make sure that, wait, I want to see if anybody can see the improvement of my approach. Because, you know, no matter how good you think you are, you can get better, right? That is life. You can always get better. So for me, as good as in my mind I think I am, right? I still be always like, how can I make my message connect better? Like, what can I do? Because I want to overdo it in a sense, right? I want to give you no option to say, hey, I paid, but I didn't see this, or I paid, but you didn't do this, or you didn't show up. I want to make sure when you fuck up, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Even when you attempt to point fingers, your fingers will be like, it'll be like a magnetic pull, pulling your fingers towards you. Like you be trying to say, oh, he made, and then your finger is just gonna turn right and point at you like, shut up. He ain't make you do nothing. You ain't follow none of this shit. You didn't show up on the live. You didn't read the thing. You didn't you didn't read trading in the zone. You didn't execute on none of this shit. You don't ask no questions. Right? So I'm not giving you the chance. I'm gonna make sure I don't give you the chance to say, but where are the lives? He don't show up. He didn't post it. You can't say that. So it will force you to look at yourself and say, okay, I done paid this guy. I done seen people in the group who have the same 24 hours as me. And they winning. It's working for them. They improving. It's not even about the money, like somebody posting 10, 20 grand, but you see the improvement. You see them answering questions. So you see the progression. And it's only been a few weeks for some people. Can you imagine a year from now? No, I don't do futures. Can you imagine a year from now, 2 years from now with constant sharpening? Come on, man. Come on, man. And like I said, this shit is 90% psychology. So even if you don't get rich, the amount of the wealth of knowledge you're gonna pick up for yourself, this is gonna spill into your personal life, right? Because as you get educated in finances, you're gonna see, you're gonna walk up straight, gonna be more confident, right? You're gonna be looking at people in the eye like, man, you a fucking peasant. Get off my face, man. I can go download this shit from the market right now. What you know about crypto options? You're gonna look at them like, what you know about the countdown? You know what I'm saying? You're looking at them like, man, you a peasant, man. Fuck with my face, man. You know? You build confidence because you know some shit that 90% of society don't know. You know, as much as we see all this shit on social media every day, you think it's normal. It's not normal. What you know, the information and the stuff that you're paying attention to, majority of people don't have a clue that this is happening. They don't have a clue. So for us, when people are like struggling and they're like, oh, I'm going through a recession, we be like, oh, the S&P 500 is up. SPY is up. So we out of touch. You know that, right? You, me, the Bitcoiners, you out of touch. You can only relate to like 2% of global population. Everybody else is they lost. They don't know what the fuck is going on. But we think it's a norm because every day we showing up here and talking about charts and shit. Go to your co-worker at work next to you and ask them about Pinbar or TradingView or Satoshis. They're going to look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? They don't know. Your supervisor, your manager, they don't know. So you have access to some shit that majority of people don't know. So imagine if you show up, you learn. A year from now, 2 years from now, you walking different, you talking different, you moving different, you thinking different, you spending different, you traveling different, you fucking different. Everything you doing is on a different level. All right, y'all, man. It's almost 11:30. We've been here since what, 8:30? God damn, why I talk so goddamn much, man? We'll be back at 9:30. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I hope you guys learned something, you know. Go look at the charts, go back test, go journal, go have a plan, right? Go to Claude and go ask Claude. I got 100 days, or I got until the end of the year. I need to come up with 10 grand. As a matter of fact, let's all do this. Go ask Claude and you tell Claude or ChatGPT or whatever, I got until the end of the year. I need to come up with 10 grand. Then you tell it what you are good at and say, put together a plan that is going to make me 10 or 20 grand by the end of the year based on what I'm good at. I'm good at cooking. Okay, what can I do with my chef skills to make 20 grand by the end of the year? You got to push yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to come and hand you 10 grand. Right? You know what you're good at. You know what you can do. You want to drive Uber, you want to drive Lyft, you want to do DoorDash, whatever it takes. What is in high demand? Where you at? What are you good at? And then you feed it to the AI, right? And say, help me get there in the most effective way. I got 5 months to make this happen. So act like you are whoever is in that industry that is performing at an elite level, right? You say, okay, this chef is the best, somebody that you look up to, right? In that area that is killing it. You say, look at what they are doing. And if it took them 2 years to get there, show me their mistakes, show me what they're good at, help me avoid the mistakes and get straight to the bag. I need to get there by December. Give me the blueprint. Give me a marketing plan. Oxtails, man, it's all about, so you already, if you got the oxtails and you cooking, all you have to do is market. You got social media, you got AI to help you. You got to go to places where, I mean, come on, man, that shit is easy. You already have something, man. You know what I mean? How much people like eating? You don't see people when they're walking around, where you see them, you can tell they like eating. And Jamaican food be popping wherever you go. It's high demand. Unless your food is trash. Now, if your food is trash, it ain't gonna do too well, right? But if your food is good, then all you have to do is to market. You could come up with 10 grand easy. So even the trash food be bad. I'm telling you, Jamaican food, it don't matter. When they hear that oxtail and red beans and rice and jerk chicken, man, they be going crazy. It's like there's crack in this shit. So yeah, but for you it's food. For somebody else, it might be something else. Write a book, share your story, do something. Shit. This is the easiest time to do anything. You got AI. You can write an ebook just like that. You got social media. You got everything. If you got Claude account, they extended Febo 5 through. I'm using it to create plans with advanced loops to improve output. Look for gaps. I suggest you do the same. I created a skill inside Claude. I'll see if I can share it. Yeah, it's amazing, man. That Claude is dangerous. That shit that I be doing, I'm like, wow. You can, I said I was done, but fuck it. You can literally take somebody's page, right? Somebody in your industry who is like killing it, right? You can just copy their social media handle or take a screenshot and say, hey, this person, take their, their website, put it in Claude and say, analyze this shit, tell me what works, what doesn't work, what is their marketing plan, what are they using, how are they growing, post it in there. And it will pretty much tell you everything. Do you know how easy that is? You know how much money people used to spend to market? You can basically copy, know their whole back office, everything. Just by taking, because the AI is going to go through the whole thing. Oh, this is what they're doing. This is what they do with every post. This is the email funnel they're using. This is the keyword they're using. Come on. Easy, man. Easy. So unless you're not good at anything at all, which I doubt it, because everybody is good at something, right? Everybody is good at something. Everybody knows something somebody else doesn't know. I may be good at this, but I suck at so many other things. You know what I'm saying? You can't be good at everything. So you can have a Discord teaching some shit that I don't know and I'll pay to join. If you had a Discord about teaching dogs how not to shit everywhere, I will pay to join because I done tried everything. It doesn't work. So if you're like, man, I got this Discord, man, if you got puppy, I would be like, take the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't figure it out. Like, what the fuck, man? You know? So, and I'm making light of it, but there's something you are good at. There's something everybody is good at. And if you can help people save time, if you can help people save time, they will pay you money. They will pay you money because time is more than money. So anything that you can do to save somebody frustration, hours of time, they like, man, take that money, man. I could go make some more money. I can't buy time. So all the time I'm spending cleaning poop and doing this shit is like, oh, go do this. This is what I did. Bam, 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 bam. You do it this way. I'm like, man, bet. How much? Boom. 300. Here, take it. Easy. So what can you do? But only you know. I don't know your strength. Can't be like, Block, what do you think I should do? I don't know. What are you good at? What do people come to you for? What problems do you solve easily? What comes easily to you? What do your friends call you for? That might be money right there. What problems have you overcame? Were you in an abusive relationship? Did you recently get divorced? Right? Whatever struggle you endured, you can turn it into profit. It's an opportunity. Your problems become opportunities. It becomes products. But you be just hiding behind your problem, just crying. Nobody ever did this, and this person did this, and this person. Man, flip that shit around. Turn it into a product and sell it, and empower yourself from the problem you created for yourself in the first place. You know. Anyway, I'm talking too much, but you get the message. So please figure out something, do something. You know, when you're done, just do this tonight. You know, start brainstorming. What can I do? Don't go put pressure on the market. Like, yeah, I'm going to get it out of the market. No, you're not. The market is going to get everything else you got left. The market doesn't like pressure. Nah, I ain't about to do all of this shit, man. I'm not a people's person. I don't like to, they're okay. If you're not a people, okay. Yeah, you gonna see. You gonna see. You better become a people's person. Shit, I don't like people either. Well, that's what I thought. I keep saying I don't like people, but I didn't prove to myself I like people more than I like money. Because obviously the shit that I be doing, if it was just about money, master classes and all of this shit, I could have charged. You know how much money I could have made? Shit, you charge $200-$300, you get like 100 or something people on the thing the other day. Could make easy money, but it has to be more than that. You have to care. That is why my skincare brand is sitting there costing me money, because I didn't care. I did it for money, right? And when you're doing shit for money, you can only pretend for so long. I can sit here and talk to you guys all day. Man, I'm trying to, Coco, if you know somebody, I done told Kaylin, but if anybody knows somebody who is trying to, I will sell it for 200K. If somebody give me 100 grand, I will take it. If you know somebody who wants natural skincare products, real shit. I got like $500,000 in inventory. I was selling because that 100K, I'll take that 100K. If I 10X it, that's $1 million. I got my money back. I don't care. Right? But I did it for money. So once I extracted the money out of it, I didn't care. You can only pretend for so long. So one thing I'll recommend you don't go and do shit just for money. Do some shit that you care about. And then if the money comes, the money comes. Because otherwise, the moment you get the money, you're going to be like, man, fuck this shit. Because the whole time I was doing the skincare, I fucked around and I turned my page. I was talking about Bitcoin on the skincare page. You know? I was talking Bitcoin. I was like, oh shit, you know? Because the real truth is gonna show. And once I got the money in it, like fuck, now the shit is sitting there costing me goddamn almost $2 grand in storage every month. You know? So find some shit you care about, make some money from it, and you're not working. That's why I can sit here and talk, come back tomorrow, talk, because I will talk about this shit. Man, I was talking, nobody was paying me. I was talking anyway, because it's not work. But whipping the butters and doing this, man, I'm like, man, I don't want to do this shit. Women sending me coochie pictures, asking me, so what do you do if you have a bump on your vulva? I'm like, fuck. I don't know. Go to the hospital. You probably got some infection. You shit. And then somebody tried to sue me. They're like, I took the soap and I use it and now my pussy. I said, nah, you probably went and fuck some dirty nigga. You need to go get checked. And my soap ain't do. My soap is A1. My soap ain't got no fucking chemicals in it. Better go check. You done got some shit. Try to blame it on my soap. And all of this shit, I'm there's no AI at that point. So I'm on Google like, come on, man. I don't want to do this shit. So my word to you, get into some shit you care about. Don't do it for money. Otherwise, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be annoyed. Right? Shit. All right, y'all. Peace out. Appreciate all of y'all. I am out. 52 people still here. Y'all go get it. Peace out.